European game or 2 European games, 6 North American games, so plenty stacked. Had so much for subtlety and Kung, I think, casting one of those other ones to start the night off, so appreciate them for that. Meanwhile, for everyone else, appreciate you for being here, joining us on this channel, VRML Channel 1, as we get underway with Reboot and Space Force. Reboot over in orange, Space Force over on blue. Swift doing the pun work for me, saying Reboot making a reboot tonight. Well, there you go. You know what? I should have just said it and taken credit. This is my stream. No, just kidding. Good call on the pun. I'm off my game. But you know what? Not off on their game. It's Ender's slot. So good shot to start them off here. 2 points. Yeah, unfortunately, I'll try to get as many as I can, but, you know, not every pun will be reached. I mean, I aim to. Rest assured, but sometimes. Well, yeah, for Space Force here, they're coming in 0-2. They didn't make their debut in Season 1 until the second week, so only a couple matches under their belt. Looking to claim a win right here. For Reboots, they are 1-4, I want to say, after their match earlier. Wasn't recorded yet on the website, but yeah, they did face off just a while ago, about an hour ago. But for Space Force, you got Arrow Knight taking it back. Has some options. Ender's Lot and Pyro Polar Bear going to stack up here. As taking a shot is Anime, and he's really great at that shot, and he gets it. Been doing it for a couple years now, has Anime from down below there. That's definitely one of his favored spots on the floor, or that bottom ramp shot. You know, back in the beta days and the 2017 days over in pubs and private matches, things like that. Mostly pubs, though, but yeah, that's a shot that he was very capable of making from early on. There weren't a lot of players who would get those kind of shots from 3. Another player who was really good at that shot? Why, Rad Dave, Dave N. Everyone knows Dave and loves them some Dave, and yeah, he was one of those players who, going in actually for a grab here. Nice one from 5 spotted. So right where they left off earlier with some good bubble defense for Reboots. And looking even better here on the clear. So see if they can get some stacks on the way. But yeah, Rad Dave, man, he was right from the early days. Obviously great player. I mean, he developed the game, but also just one of the best dev players on the dev team for Echo Arena. And he would be hitting those shots quite a bit. Those ramp shots, he was the originator. As Anime for life goes to Pyro Polar Bear, going to look, for another defensive play, though. It's Neon stepping in, getting a grab, getting a clear, so great look for them. Fantastic even, just to continue that defensive play that we saw earlier from Reboot. But yes, Dipman taking it over here. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, Rad Dave, one of the originators of Steez. He would take those behind the back, no look flings from the bottom ramp. That was his favorite spot that he would use to troll a few select players. In good fun, of course. If it was like actual new players and things like that, he would take it easy. But here, not taking it easy on the shot is Anime for life. But yeah, Dave would not take it easy if it was going against, you know, more experienced players or me. In fact, I think even when I was new to the game, Dave would still go for the Steez at times. So what am I saying? I don't know. Either way, though, nice play there for Space Force. They're up to an 8-point start here. Reboots, they're getting some nice clears, much nicer looking than earlier on. Their defense still strong, but the offense still can't quite find their opportunities as often as they would like. Pyro Polar Bear getting a short-range boost off, and an immediate turnaround shot won't really reach anything but his own arms on his own rebound. So passing it off to Enders, and Enders Lots will get that one. So good shot from him. There's another one of the players I have to kind of remember the names correctly. Ender's Lot or Ender's Slot. And I was informed, indeed, it's Ender's Lot. And Swift saying, I always imagine you with his notepad document on another monitor going into pubs and recording puns for individual players. Yeah. Not so much. I may have at some point had a notepad out with not puns necessarily, but just different vocab words that I could use, because sometimes when I go through these VODs, I notice myself saying the same words too much, so I've done that in the past. But as far as the puns go, usually it's pretty off the cuff. Right here, Arrow Knights looking for a play, but can't find the pass. It's cut off nicely by Reboot again with the defense. So now some stacks is what they need. But yeah, the clears immediately for Reboot here. Much better than they were in their earlier match, for sure. The defense still just as good, if not even better. For Space Force, though, looking to collect themselves and find this opportunity. The goal momentarily left open. They have a few players trying to retreat for Reboot, but could not in time. So Arrow Knight looking air all right on that shot from up high.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7.
And yeah, Swift saying, if I did do the notepad thing and was in pubs all the time, yeah, I would probably be getting no sleep. It's okay. It's kind of my default. I don't know. When I sleep too long, I get more tired. Even in my ESL days when I was still playing the game competitively, honestly, the vast majority of Sunday games, I would go into them with basically 4 or 5 hours of sleep tops, pretty much every time. I mean, it was almost my comfort zone. Like I'd be super tired, but I was comfortable with it. It worked for me. I would play worse if I got more sleep. Over here, though, shot almost going in for Reboot, couldn't quite. So it'll be grabbed out by Arrow Knight. Now Arrow looking for that clear, but cut off nicely by Neon. He's going to go directly down center, try for his own rebound. Good punch by Neon. So 5-spotted dog coming on in. Neon is a guy who really stuffs the stat sheets for Reboot when I've seen him play here. Often producing some really, really strong stats across the board pretty much. So hopping in for this match and looking pretty good so far, but again, the offense not quite flowing the way that Reboot wants, but Space Force are playing some good defense here and looking really speedy on the stacks, just like that one. So they will nab that disc, and Enders will make the goal. So 15 up here on Space Force's side, looking good in round 1.
12, 11, 10, 9.
Red Bull greater than sleep, though, let's be honest, says Swift over in the chat.
4, 3, 2.
So, honestly, I did not have my first energy drink, which was, in fact, a Red Bull, I'm fairly sure. I did not have my first energy drink until Leicester 2019 on that LAN, courtesy of Slin. Now, granted, I mentioned this before, there were some other things in said drink that the Bear League players would approve of. But yeah, that was the first time I've ever had an energy drink, was last summer. Going in here for a stunner. Good defense again, Reboot. Right on the edge of the bubble. Not finding that initial clear, but the second one will go through. So looking for that stack lining up. Anime for Life and Pyro on one end, but for Reboot, the stack getting there just about the same time. And sending it to the other side. So here it goes once again. Quickly, side to side, both teams really just meeting each other's pace nicely on those stacks. But on the turnaround, what a shot that was from Enderslot. Grabbed that disc, sailed below, and from that bottom corner, just nailed it. Mailed it.
9, 8, 7.
Sweet Potato also in the chat now saying, go Reboot. So welcome to the chat, and Sweet Potato, shout out to her because she is or shall be one of our new camera people in VRML. Try to get her set up hopefully in the next week or so. But yeah, part of the crew, and looking forward to having her cast or cam at the very least. Always nice to have. Now over here, Anime, glad to have the disc for Space Force, so Arrow Knight will take that away. He has a, who is this? Pyro in tow. Just getting a soft boost off of him as they dish out a nice looking pass, but actually just past the hands. Looked catchable, but was not, so instead Reboot retaining the disc for at least a moment. See if they can get it out of there, though. That's kind of the dangerous part here, as we see that goal start being enveloped by the players for Space Force. Couldn't quite make that shot off the back, and back into the wedge. So taking it over is Anime for Life, contested by Neon, Dipman as well. Over to Bowtie for Pyro Polar Bear. A pass just snagged out. Anchor grab, that was really a tough-looking catch. And now a tough-looking save, but 17th charge. Continuing his momentum. He's had some great saves all night long. Not just in this match, but even in the last. Again, now this time Neon. More saves, and yet again. So the defense absolutely intense from Reboot. They're buying themselves a lot of just opportunities. Again, unfortunately, they can't convert on the offense as much as they would like, but the defense just so strong for Reboot. Impresses me always. So off of that defensive set, that defensive stand to deny any potential mercy situation, Space Force will still come away with it, but like I said, Reboot really making them work hard. 17-0 in round 1. So go to the stats screen. I'll show you those stats, but pardon me because I really need to chug some water. But yeah, good saves. Can't compliment that enough, but Space Force just really looking well-oiled right now and finding a lot of points and a lot of good, timely boosting. So cheers to them.
Round starting in 12, 11, 10.
Okay, I'm all filled up on water. Sorry for that long moment of silence. Rip for the door. Trying to avoid, though, going into the sunset is Reboot. We know what they have on the defense. Let's see some offense from them, because, again, that's really all they're lacking here. I mean, compared to their last match, their defense has been stronger, their stacks have been better, their clears have been better. So just kind of piece by piece, trying to piece this puzzle together. For Space Force, though, they're a team who only debuted in week 1. So only a couple matches under their belt and looking for their first win here. Looking in decent position so far to get it. But there's another grab here from Neon this time, so he's really starting to provide for his team. Losing the disc momentarily, but Dipman still able to collect that one as he sends it to the other side. Ender's taking it right back, and that's going to be a deep shot. Wow, that was very close from an extremely tight angle. Ender's right back at him. Some punches, some more stuns, and now cleared off into the hands of Neon. Neon looking for at short boost, maybe a train, but couldn't get rid of the disc in time. So Arrow Knight finding himself to his delight, maybe a 2-on-1 situation, and they will ignite for a goal eventually off of 5 spotted. So almost gets the save beautifully, but it actually does bounce right in.
11, 10, 9, 8.
Space Force did have a win against Galaxy. Well, what do I know then? Nothing at all. Thanks, Lanzan, for the update. My bad. As 17th charge takes charge, so Space Force looking for their second win in that case. What was I looking at before the match there? I'm confusing myself now. Okay, so as we go out here, I see. Okay, I was looking at the wrong team for some reason. Just pulled up the wrong window. Makes sense. Neither here nor there, no, because right here is a passing play to 5-spotted Dog, looking up top, up high, has all 4 teammates available. There's a good pass, and there, the shot at last. 5-spotted, spotted his teammate Neon, going in for that goal, and that was great delivery to buy themselves 2 points. So Reboot on the scoreboard. Good patience there. A lot of teammates, a lot of options to drop that off to, but it was Neon, and Neon is as good of a player as any to deliver that assist to, because you know if he's in front of that goal, he will do his best to put that in, and more often than not, he will. So good passing. Right now, it's Arrow Knight here, taking it for Space Force, just avoiding, and trying to deploy that pass down low. Now, Anime for Life taking this over off that pass from Enders. Over to the corner to Pyro Polar Bear, looking to the shoulder, just out of the reach of the defender. So there's another shot here, this time Arrow Knight. 4 points for Space Force. And so Space Force, to make sure I'm correct then, they have the 1 win and 3 losses. So they did in fact play the full 2 weeks. Yeah, like I said, I pulled from the wrong team when I was mentioning that earlier. And my only regret is that it went on for so long before I was corrected. I'm sorry. All of you guys on Twitch trusted me, and I betrayed you. But now betraying an open goal for Space Force getting it. 7-2. Pyro Polar Bear. Assisted and finds the 3. So just squeezes it right underneath that barrier on the play. See the Akami as well stopping by there in the chat. Good to see Ak, as I believe you're called. Going off that back. And wow, Anime. I told you that was his favorite spot. That is his comfort zone. When he is down here, anywhere on this bottom ramp area, he will underhand that all day for all the plays. So 10 points for Space Force off a great goal from Anime for life. So off this joust, 17th charge. Losing the handles. Oh, actually going down to 5 spotted. Man, I swear, you Bear League players always deceive me with those rollouts. Okay, I'm just getting used to doing it for Wireless Jacks and Nova. Being prepared for those bottom-looking passes. And now Reboot is apparently doing those bottom passes. So that's yet another team that I have to be well aware for on those rollouts to the bottom below barrier. Always catching me off guard, keeping me on my toes. So next time, I'll keep it in mind. But looking like a much more conventional rollout here for Reboot, and it is. So Neon takes the disc over in the right side tunnel, has it swiped from Anime. Anime checking behind him, making sure he can gauge how much time that he has, but then being approached on by 17th charge, and right into the goal, charging it. Full credit to Anime for life. That is the 3rd shot, just underarming it. Looking great. Yeah, good to see you too, Ak. And Lanzin asking, who's this Anime guy? Well, I'm sure you would know, but I'll pretend that isn't a rhetorical question, and I'll just say, Anime for life, veteran player since the beta of Echo Arena. Been around the full 2.5 years, mainly playing in pubs, because for the longest time, Anime was actually in Japan. But as of Season 1 now, he is back in the homeland in North America. So now able to compete, but right there, a nice looking shot. Real neat for Neon off the pass. So 4 points, both of them coming from Neon here on Reboot's side. But look at that, good patience on that pass right there, just to work its way over to Neon eventually. So great looking one for Reboot. So here is Ender's slot down below. Finding Anime also down below. Go figure. It's taken here by Neon for Reboots, looking for a deep one, but Arrow Knight will take that back for his team, and they have some options to work with. There's Anime looking corner maybe, just squeezes it almost to Enders, but contested there by 17th charge as Dipman tries to dip in for another one. And yeah, Akami pointing out those beautiful passes. Let's see, though. Looking for a passing play, but no, take away. Neon getting that one, but just right back at him. So the rebuttal from Pyro Polar Bear. Kind of freezing out the defense with just another grab and finds a shot. He will gladly take that to go up now, 17-4. Under 3 minutes left in what is our final match of this Thursday night. There's been plenty of them. And Space Force trying to end it in strength. As we get a random close-up of Ender's slot. Almost a jump scare. Anyway, over here we'll go to the wall, actually to the ramp. Ender's slot looking down low and getting the 20th. So maybe Anime sort of rubbing that shot, I guess, that from down low. Starting to have an effect on his teammates even. Which is, you know, not to take away from Ender's slot as well, because he's another longtime player since the very, very early days, and you know, he doesn't need help from Anime at all to make those shots. He is a very good striker, no doubt. So over here to Neon, trying to find that pass up top. Anime getting stunned out now. 5 spotted coming away from it. Trying to spot his teammate. There's Neon again. He's made all the goals so far for Reboot. Almost made that one, but denied by Arrow Knight playing the lane pretty well. So bottom of the mid area to the Rad logo. But it's Space Force, the one who's feeling mighty rad in this match. Looking for that top bounce shot, perhaps. Managed to squeeze it through somehow, and that was pretty close, actually. But still taken back by 17th Charge, who dumps it off into Space Force's hands. So a turnover intercept here. Arrow Knight looking clear for a shot attempt. The anchor, though, a little bit off. So back to Pyro Polar Bear, who gets stunned out by 5 spotted. Possession changes aplenty as Reboot sends it into the other side. Looking for a nice series of regrab plays. Chaining down. Couldn't find the disc first, but they will get the intercept. So nicely done from Reboot here. Looking to maybe capitalize one more time if they can. Make some more points. They have about 54 seconds remaining. A disc knocked loose here. 5-spotted dog with a chance. And there you go. With the good hands. 6 points here for Reboot. 5-spotted claiming that one. So this time it was a Neon getting credited the assist. And yeah, Kung in the chat just mentioning Anime. Once again, veteran player he definitely is, and having himself a great match here for Space Force. So they're going to come through with their second win now on the season. Arrow Knight, chance at one more shot. Going to be rejected, sent out into the outer bubble, cleared now. And with less than 10 seconds remaining, the boost coming on through. Maybe one more, actually. Gonna have to be one more Hail Mary. No one there to reach the disc, so that will be the game in the series. 2-0 to Space Force, 20-6 in this second round. So Reboot coming a bit alive here with a few offensive plays. But for Space Force, as mentioned, they will come away with the victory here and claim their second win in Season 1 as we roll into this weekend of Week 3. So quick trip to the scoreboard. And there you go, Anime for Life, talking all about him. 14 points, led the charge very nicely for his team, as well as in a save, 2 assists, and 15 stuns for Enderslot, the other veteran here. 11 points, 1 assist, a steal, 34 stuns. Pyro Polar Bear with 5 points, 2 assists, 1 steal, 27 stuns. And then Arrow Knight with 5 points, 3 assists, 5 saves, 1 steal, and 12 stuns. Many a points on that stat line. Now for Reboot, Neon coming in here and doing some work. He was assisted by his teammates both on both of his shot attempts. 4 points, an assist, 5 saves, some great grabs defensively, 2 steals, and 45 stuns. Gilligan, watch out. And over to 5-spotted dog, he had the other pair of points, as well as an assist, and I think 3 saves, and everything else gets wiped. But yes. And speaking of wiped, I am now wiped, as is my voice. So, as glad as I have been to cast those games, I'm even gladder to go find myself some water, maybe a humidifier, some tea, some honey. Some sweet, sweet honey. But those were some sweet, sweet matches all evening long. So thank you, everyone, for joining. Swift saying stop streaming via emoji. And yes, great effort on both teams. But congrats to Space Force for the win. For Reboot, again, just got to keep building on that momentum that they're building defensively. Turn it into more offense, and I think they're going to get there along the way. I mean, honestly, for them, it's just week-to-week improvements ever since preseason, really. And you're seeing it come along here. So, all right. I'm not going to keep talking because mostly I can't. So thank you for joining, everyone. It's been fun. And Swift, go to bed. I'm going to stop streaming, but you go to bed. It has to be, what, 3:30, 4:30 a.m. now for you? So get that sleep, buddy.